island here is called Isla Lazaretto Island, and this was used as a quarantine island for 100 years, from the years of 1817 to 1917 approximately. So they had to build the channel to cut through to separate the island so the people couldn't escape while they were doing their 40 days quarantine. Now, many years ago, when all the boats and ships were sailing into the harbour of Mon, they had to stick on this island for 40 days to check whether they were carrying the plague or any contagious diseases, typhoid, yellow fever, anything like this. And the hospital was divided into 4 separate sections. So the people came off the boats that go into the first part of the hospital, which was very heavily diseased, bunkers that were used in the Spanish Civil War. The island. That one was actually built by the British. Now just imagine we were sailing straight out into the ocean, just going straight ahead. We weren't going to turn around and go back to where we started from. If we were to continue going straight ahead past the boys there, we'd actually come out as far as Sardinia. The remains of the fortress of San Felipe. After Menorca had been invaded by the Turkish pirates on 2 occasions in the 16th century, and the Spanish emperor on the mainland of Spain decided it was necessary to secure defense in Menorca, the Spanish built their fortress occupying all this area here. And it's actually built in a star shape. So that is where we have the fortress many years ago of San Felipe. Right, then if you look down below, you might be able to see something on the bed there. Therefore, it's the very first place in Spain to receive the early morning sun, Sol del Este, sun of the east. Of defending the British trading routes in the early 18th century, when Britain was increasing its trade with India across the Mediterranean. So this urbanisation has been named after Queen Anne of England. Just coming into view here now, we have the very nice view of the Menorcan equivalent of Saint-Tropez. This is known as Calas Pons. The town we can see directly behind Calas Pons was built by the British as their garrison town. This was built by the British in the year 1771. They called it Georgetown. They named it after King George III of England. Nowadays, it's the 4th largest town in Menorca. We have a population here of 5,500 people. Now, if you look on the maps of Menorca nowadays, it's got a different name. In Menorquin, it's known as Es Castel, which means the castle. And in Spanish, it's known as Villa Carlos. So it's got a different name in Spanish to what its name is in the local Menorcan dialect. in the month of July, the children here, the Menorcan school children, dance a Scottish dance that they inherited when the Scottish troops were based here, just next to the town here of Villa Carlos. The red building there with the green shutters, that was used as the customs house by the British in their first occupation. And just coming into view here now, we can see this grey building of 4 stories high. That is the Hotel Hamilton. Now this hotel is open 12 months of the year. This is one of the very few hotels in Menorca that remains open all year round. And in the winter that hotel takes Spanish pensioners who come from the mainland of Spain on long-stay government subsidised holidays. So they can come over from any point of the mainland of Spain to Menorca, take 2 or 3 weeks on very cheap rate holidays. Now the hotel is called the Hotel Hamilton. It's named after Lady Hamilton, Nelson's lover. Now we also have another couple of hotels in the town. This one is a 3-star. You may have seen it in the holiday brochures. Fishing all day long. They tie up their boats, go into the bars, get their guitars out and have a few gins. So it's a very Menorcan atmosphere down here. Calaport. And still once again the town behind it. This was the original garrison built by the British. Here we can see another of the hotels. This is a 3-star hotel, the Hotel Rey Carlos III. Now just coming into view here, we can see in the front of the boat this other island. This is the 4th and final island now in the harbour. And this one is known as La Isla del Rey, that translates into English meaning King's Island. Now many years ago when the Spanish reconquested Menorca from the Moors in the year 1287, the very young Spanish king that sailed into the harbour of Mon, he only had 20 ships behind him. The Moors were surrounded here in the hillside and the fighting broke out around this island. This is where the Spanish reconquested Menorca from the Arabs.
Down the stairs. And I hope not it's loud.
Well, it's only in that the sun goes down and put the pressure it's back in its house. It winds round. I don't want to go in there. Alright.
You go. Close up.
I thought these were wet.
Dad, we go to take.
Oh, we went to Mummy.
We haven't even gone in.
Bottles, lampshades. Bottles, lampshades. So.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got a match.